So one thing that you guys should know about me is that I am a pretty stubborn person when it comes to trying to get things done. If I get an idea into my head and I say, Tommy, you're gonna do this, I will keep trying until I either get very, very bored of it or I do eventually do it, right? For the past couple of days, I've been trying to get a sweep with Fracture. Don't know why, that idea just randomly came into my head and I thought, right, we're gonna do this eventually. It's kind of ironic because I don't really have any patience when it comes to something else, like a Rubik's Cube. I can do that for about 2 minutes before I get bored. The lockpicking on Skyrim or Oblivion, I break countless lockpicks because I'm just very quick and, like, not quick at breaking the lock, but very quick at getting through lockpicks because I don't have the patience to, you know, turn it slowly and see, oh, whether or not that's actually going to turn or not. No, I say, who cares? Keep turning them, break the lockpicks, buy some more if they break. Doesn't matter. I don't have the patience when it comes to that kind of thing, but when it came to this, I thought, right, I have to get a Fracture sweep. And I did upload that a while back. If you haven't seen it, I'll put the link in the video description. But the point I'm trying to make is, you'll probably see quite a few battles from me in the next few days or so, which are just involving Fracture. He's like the main centerpiece of the team, but nonetheless, here's Vigoroth against Kangaskhan. Vigoroth is definitely going to be the victor. Not really, he switches out into his Mischievous, which was a good play. Now I go for a Taunt just because I figure, okay, Mischievous can either Heal Bell, Will-O-Wisp, or go for a Taunt of his own. And I believe Vigoroth outspeeds by like 5 base points or something. Because I assume like neither of us have any speed investment, but yep, I think I did predict the switch to Torkoal here and go into my Roy Jones Jr. here, who says to you, Torkoal, you will not win because I will not lose. I'm going to set up a sub, and Eviolite Fracture, because it's Dragon type, obviously has some pretty good resistances, and it can normally take a couple of hits to break a sub for the majority of defensive Pokemon, like, you know, a Grotto's, or Grotle, however you say it, Seed Bomb, or Torkoal's Lava Plume, an Alamomola's Waterfall, whatever. They're all relatively weak moves, but they're mainly like utility moves, like you're going for a burn, or you're going for a, I don't know, flinch on Waterfall or whatever. When you're behind a sub, it doesn't really matter, and, you know, the fact that it takes 2 hits to break the sub, and you can't get poisoned or whatever, is great because you can just set up on most of these defensive Pokemon. Now this particular set here, I deliberately designed it so that you could have, if you keep subbing down, you eventually get to 1 HP. And when that happens, you got your full power reversal. Fracture does also get low kick from the Black and White 2 move tutors, but I kind of prefer this in general. Like, I don't like to rely on knowing the weight of other Pokemon because, honestly, I have no clue for most of them. You can guess, but I just prefer reversal in general. So in comes Kangaskhan, and I'm just going to go for that full power plus 1 or 2, whatever I'm on, reversal. That is a hell of a move. Reversal plus the substitute. Pretty good combination. Now Fracture, being the pre-evolution of Haxorus, does also share the trait that it has ridiculously good attack for the, well, the fact that it's a second stage evolution. Very powerful. Now of course priority is always going to be the thing that stops your sweeps, if anything. And Floatzel here has the Aqua Jet, so that kills me off. That's fine, I do have a backup here. I bring in my Vigoroth because I kind of want to, well, I figure I can take any physical hit from the Floatzel. And he hasn't gone for Switcheroo, so I assume he's not a banded set. And, you know, go for a Body Slam, just do some damage, whatever. Now he goes for Waterfall. I kind of wish I'd gone for counter on that turn, but... oh no, I did go for counter. What am I saying? I taunt and then I counter. That's the strategy, right. I'm trying to remember this. So Floatzel goes down, that is a big threat out of the way. Now in comes the Electrode. Electrode is probably the biggest thing which my teams fall down to, pretty much. I had a match against Amazing recently, and that will also be in the description if I remember. If I don't, write a comment saying, Tommy, put it in the description, and then I will. But I had a battle against him, and like any Electrode, Life Orb, Choice Specs, whatever, normally does a lot of damage to my teams. Put it that way. So I go for a knockoff, kind of figuring I'll just knock off whatever on anything just because it's going to be useful. Had he stayed in with Electrode, that would have been fine. Now I go into Rapidash, hoping he'd go for Will-O-Wisp because Even though Tentacle, obviously being a defensive thing, isn't going to care about the attack drop, a burn is still the quickest and easiest way to take down a Tentacle with a defensive Pokemon. So I kind of figured he would. Get the Flare Blitz off, that does a hell of a lot of damage, takes him out. Now he brings back in the infamous Electrode, which I definitely do not want to see. Goes for a T-Bolt, and that is definitely going to take me out. Psych! Live with 10 HP. Go for a Flare Blitz, and that is definitely going to take him out, and me, because of the recoil, obviously, but that is definitely a fair trade in my book. Rapidash for Electrode. So, two of the biggest threats in PU go down. I have no idea how either of them are still in PU, but may as well use them while they're there. Now Torkoal comes in, and I bring in Heimlich, the beautiful butterfly, and just go for a Bug Buzz, because I figure, why not? Get off some damage, and that's a Tinted Lens boosted Bug Buzz. I know it was kind of pointless bringing in Butterfree at this point, but I thought, yeah, why not? May as well bring him in, you know, show off Butterfree a bit. I think my next sweep in line will be trying to get one with Butterfree, but I don't know. The Sleep Powder set works kind of well, but I'm kind of going for a more offensive substitute Quiver Dance, Bug Buzz, and Giga Drain thing with the Tinted Lens. It could work potentially, but he has Rest, I have Bug Buzz. He did get the burn, which means that I am going to die eventually, but I can at least wear him down to the point where he won't be able to rest up before I can bring in Shiftry, and Shiftry does have the special Dark Pulse, and that is going to take out the Torkoal. When this actually happens, I probably should have sped this bit up, but nonetheless, it was a pretty interesting game. His last one is Torkoal, which, yeah, would probably wall most Shiftrys, but by some sheer coincidence, I happened to bring along a special one, which is Giga Drain, Dark Pulse, Nasty Plot, and Sucker Punch just randomly for priority, because for lack of a better move, pretty much. So, yep, Heimlich's going to go down to a burn. That's cool. He did his job, did a pretty good amount of damage. Butterfree, of course, definitely being the most beautiful of all the bug flying types. Sorry, Masquerain. It just looks that much better. Heimlich goes down, bring in Green Piece, and I'm just going to go for a Dark Pulse just to finish it off. That is a Life Orb boosted Shiftry Dark Pulse, which is definitely one of the better Dark Pulses to go for. Shiftry, of course, probably more physically capable, but it does have a pretty good special attack stat as well. But yeah, that was the game. Very good game indeed. And it was mostly a PU game looking at it. I think there was only, what, Mischievous, Floatzel, and possibly Torkoal that were NU, so yeah, pretty cool to see some underused stuff. So, hope you all enjoyed, and with that being said, I will see you all next time. Goodbye.